Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I am going to be doing more of the World Cup qualifiers for 2022. We're going to be doing more of the Europe qualifiers, and obviously we are going to be doing them for Matchday 2 because Matchday 1 just finished. It actually just finished yesterday, and the next match is tomorrow. So we've got quick fire game weeks for this international break. But then obviously after I think obviously we've got the dates to the side of me here. We've got the 24th, 27th, and the 30th. So three game weeks, and then we're not going to be doing anything until September, and then we'll be back for Matchday 4 then. Obviously, I will be releasing more videos in between the two dates. I'm just saying that we will not be doing any more of these score predictions for the World Cup, Euros, qualifiers until September after these two game weeks. As well as predicting the upcoming scores for each of the groups for Matchday 2, we're also going to be having a look at some of the previous scores from the other match day as well. So if you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, before we start, thank you for 4K subscribers. I really appreciate it. We're just going to have to keep on setting the next goal. So next goal is 5,000. I believe we can hit it. So everybody, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's just get into it. So first match is Ireland against Luxembourg. Of course, Luxembourg didn't play in their in like everyone's first game week, so this is their first match for them. Obviously, Ireland in their previous match lost 3-2 to Serbia. It was a very interesting match. I definitely I watched that and I was very impressed with Ireland. Obviously, I know Serbia was the one that went on to win the game, but I was very impressed with the way that Ireland won. I think they'll be able to get a win here. I do think it'll be a very close game. Ireland are really like a team that can only score one to two goals per game. Obviously, in the Nations League, they only scored 0 to 1 goal every game. So it was very lucky that they got that consolation goal really against Serbia, because that game really should have finished 3-1. It's obviously just hard to predict, not knowing how Luxembourg will play. So I could be wrong with this, but I am going to just edge an Ireland 1-0 victory. It could be a draw, but I am going to back Ireland for this game. Next up is Serbia against Portugal, and Portugal only managed to beat Azerbaijan by 1 goal, with the players of the like of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, just everyone in the Portuguese squad. Azerbaijan did very well there. However, obviously Portugal, you would back them to get the win. I am going to back Portugal for the win in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Portugal. I do think it'll be very close because Serbia will have chances as well. Again, this one could really be a draw as well. It could be 2-2. Depends really who will be on the mark for Serbia. But those are my predictions for Group A. We're now going to move on to Group B, where we start off with Georgia against Spain. Georgia, of course, losing the 1 goal against Sweden, and Spain only managing to pick up a 1-1 draw against Greece. So obviously you probably would back Spain to win this game, and I think they'll win this one very comfortably. They had a bit of an edgy match obviously against Greece, and Georgia only did lose by the 1 goal, but I think this will be a comfortable victory for Spain, and I've gone for 3-0 to Spain here. Next up, it is Kosovo against Sweden. This is Kosovo's first match in the qualifier for the World Cup. So again, it'll be very hard to predict. Obviously, with them not been playing for some time, it'll be interesting to see how Kosovo actually turn up in this game, to see what actually tactics, formation, the players that they've gonna pick for this match. Obviously, they're gonna want to pick up points here. Once again, against Sweden, you would probably back Sweden to win, but I'm not sure about this one. I'm gonna go for my first draw. I did put 2 to Sweden there. I'm gonna go 1-1 for this one. I think Kosovo, they'll have the chances. Obviously, Sweden aren't that great a side. So yeah, I've gone 1-1 for this game. And that is Group B done. Now we're going to move on to Group C, where there is going to be, once again, just 2 matches. Starting off with Bulgaria against Italy. Bulgaria got beat by Switzerland 3-1. Italy won their match against Northern Ireland. That was 2-0. Yeah, probably as expected, those 2 results. I'm going to go for another Italy 2-0 victory here. They're going to keep on their goal scoring form. They'll go 4 goal difference by the end of 2 matches with 6 points. And yeah, I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Bulgaria. I'm just looking at this next one, Switzerland against Lithuania. I'm thinking, could Italy be top of their group by the end of match day 2? I'm not quite sure actually, because I think Switzerland might be leading the way on goal difference, because Lithuania, I can't really see them scoring much goals. Obviously, they've not even had a game yet, so once again, it's another hard prediction. But seeing what Switzerland did to Bulgaria, I'm gonna go. Okay, I am gonna say Italy will be top of the group, only on goal difference though. I think this will be 2-1 to Switzerland. They'll both be on the same points, but that will put Switzerland on a 3-goal difference and Italy on a 4-goal difference. So yeah, just the 2 matches for match day 2 in Group C. We're going to move on to Group D, where we start off with Kazakhstan. Very sorry, can't really pronounce that country, and they are against France in this game. And yeah, obviously France only drawing with Ukraine 1-1. You would like to think that they should win this game. France, I think they will do. I think they'll win it comfortably again. Kazakhstan. Not sure how off I am at saying that name, but I do think France will get the 3-0 win here. Obviously, they picked up a point. They want to get some 3 points. They want to get 3 points and overall get 4 points, and then they'll probably lead the table. Because obviously Finland and Bosnia did draw their game as well. But next up is Ukraine against Finland, and if Finland do win this one, or Ukraine, this is obviously like a very interesting group. This at the moment, considering that all teams apart from the Kazakhstan, all teams are joint first, because obviously all of them getting 1 point and all of them with 0 goal difference. So it really could be anyone's game, this. And seeing that Ukraine did manage to score against France, am I going to back them to win this one? Am I going to go for another draw? I think I'm going to go for another draw in this one. I'm going to go 2-2, not 2-3, 2-2. Yeah, obviously Ukraine, they managed to score 1 against France. They're going to be playing against not that more experienced team. I think they'll be able to score 2 in this one. And once again, Finland will be able to get a few goals as well. So I've gone 2-2 for this game. Now moving on to Group E, where we're going to start off with Belarus against Estonia in this match, and Estonia got absolutely thrashed by Czech Republic 6-2. Again, they did well to score 2 goals. I'm gonna say this is gonna be like a very tight game, and there's only gonna be the 1 goal in it. Obviously, Belarus, they've not had their game, so I can't really judge. Considering obviously like seeing Estonia, so I'm going to go for a tight 1-0 win. I think there'll be chances. Both teams are going to defend. Like Belarus as well will definitely want to get a point on the table. I just don't think they'll quite be able to hold on, so I am going to go for a 1-0 victory for Estonia. Quickly moving on to Czech Republic against Belgium. Belgium beat Wales 3-1. And Czech Republic, obviously, with the 6-2 victory against Estonia. So this is actually a hard one to predict, because obviously Belgium, you'll back them to win this one very easily. But the way that Czech Republic played against Estonia, it was brilliant. I know they were playing against Estonia, and now they're coming up against Belgium. It was really good that the way that they played. So if they just, I know Belgium have got the more experienced players and more players in La Liga and Premier League. If Czech Republic keep on playing like the way that they're doing, I think they'll go quite far up this table. However, I do think Belgium will get the win in this one. Obviously, it'll be such a tight game for them to come in. Obviously, the team will feel like they can get more goals. I think they will get a goal as well. And Belgium will just edge the 2-1 win here. And that is the end of Group E. Once again, only 2 matches for this one. Now we're going to move on to Group F, where there is 3 matches now, with Denmark and Moldova, Israel and Scotland, and Austria and the Faroe Islands. Denmark against Moldova. Denmark beat Israel 2-0, and Moldova got the draw, 1-1 draw, as I said. Against the Faroe Islands, obviously, I said, with Moldova and the Faroe Islands, you can't really know how they're going to turn up on the game, because they've been absolutely thrashed by the top countries. Obviously, Denmark should get the win here. I'll go for a 3-0 win. It's just one of these, like, it's just like a free alibi, isn't it, for Denmark when you come up against these type of nations. But it will be interesting to see if Moldova can get a goal in that game. And then next up is Israel against Scotland. Obviously, Scotland drawing 2-2 with Austria. Israel not managing to score one against Denmark. I think Israel will be able to get one. I think they have the chances against Denmark. I think they will be able to take one. Just whether I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Scotland or just go for the 2-1 win. I'll go for another 2 goals. They'll score another 2 goals like they did against Austria. They are playing against Israel though, so it's they could score 3. They could score 3. But yeah, next up is Austria against the Faroe Islands. Obviously, I'm backing Austria for the win. I don't think the Faroe Islands will be able to score. Just like Moldova, I'm going to go for another 3-0 victory for Austria. Okay, Group G now, where there is 3 matches again, with Montenegro against the team that I cannot pronounce, but the nation that I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to try. I'm going to try anyway. Gibraltar. Montenegro, however you say it, beat Latvia 2-1. Norway beat the nation 3-0. I'm going to call them Gib. Okay, I'm going to call them Gib. Norway did beat Gib 3-0. Obviously, Montenegro should get the result in this game. Do you think it'll be... It's not going to be a thrashing. I'm going to go for a nice, comfortable 2-0 win for Montenegro. Not too high, not too low. And then we'll move on to Netherlands. Well, they got a bit of a thrashing against Turkey 4-2. I definitely was not expecting that. Obviously, playing Latvia should be an easier game for them this time. Latvia got one against Montenegro. Obviously, watching Netherlands the other day, it looks like anyone can score past them. I don't think Latvia will be able to score 4 past them, though, unlike Turkey. But the way that Netherlands were playing, the way that they couldn't handle Turkey's attack there in their game 2 days ago. So I think Latvia will be able to get one. I do think it'll be a comfortable victory for the Netherlands, though. I'll go for 3-1 victory here. Now it is Norway against Turkey. Obviously, if I was to think of these two teams, I would say there would be a draw in this one. Obviously, knowing what Turkey did to Netherlands, you would probably think Turkey would win this one. But obviously, they were playing against Netherlands. Now they are playing against Norway. They've got Haaland, Ødegaard, few other players that I can't pronounce that play for Leipzig, and just some general really good players just all together. So I am going to go for a 2-2 draw in this one. 2-2 draw, not 2-3 win for Turkey. 2-2 draw in this one. It'll be interesting to see how this game turns out. Okay, Group H now, another 3 matches, starting off with Russia against Slovenia. Slovenia got a 1-0 victory against Croatia. I definitely did not say that was going to happen. I said Croatia will beat them 3-1. I did say Russia would beat Malta 4-0. They did beat them, but 3-1. Russia and Slovenia. It'll be a tight game. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Yeah, because I would like to think Croatia are better than Russia. And Slovenia, obviously, are a really good nation as well. Like Russia and Slovenia, they're both on the same level, I would like to think. So that's a fair result there. Croatia against Cyprus, obviously 0-0 draw against Slovakia. Another result that I didn't really expect to happen. I thought Slovakia would get the win. And Croatia obviously couldn't beat Slovenia as well. So Croatia is going to have to come and turn up in order to qualify, because at the moment they're going to, the likes of Slovenia and Malta are going to be coming into the World Cup ahead of Croatia. I do think they'll get a 2-0 victory here, though. I think they're going to have to change stuff around from their loss to Slovenia, and they'll get some points this time round. 2-0 to Croatia. Next up is Slovakia against Malta. Obviously, again, the 0-0 draw against Cyprus, and Malta managed to score against Russia as well, and only managed to concede 3. I mean, I know when you think of a team, they only managed to concede 3 goals, you think, oh, they're rubbish. But obviously against Russia, and when you look at Malta, I mean, they're not going to qualify for the World Cup, are they? But they did well, and I would probably guess Slovakia would win this one, but anything can happen in a match of football, so I am going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. And yeah, I think Malta will pick up their first points of the qualifier. That is those 3 done for Group H. Now we're moving on to Group I, England's group. After beating San Marino 5-0, they are playing Albania, which beat Andorra 1-0. I do think England will be able to beat Albania. Don't think it'll be like the 5-0 thrashing against San Marino, as I got right as well. If you don't include my thumbnail for that video that I put up when I said England would win 10-0, that was just a joke. I did actually in the video predict 5-0. So let's see if I can get 2 out of 2 with predicting England's score correct. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for England in this one. Do think they should be able to win this one, but it'll be just a little bit harder than the San Marino game. So 3-1 England this game. Now Poland, they didn't do that well. They drew. Well, they didn't do that well. They scored 3 goals, but the fact that they managed to concede 3 as well, they need to work out on the defence. They will be able to pick up a win in this game. I think they're going to be able to score 3 goals again. Obviously, they managed to do it against Hungary. They'll be able to do it against Andorra. I am going to back Andorra to score 1, you know, because they did so well in that match against Albania. They just need they did so well in that match against Albania. They need to just keep on going at it, and they will score a goal. Obviously, I know it's not not much, because you're going to get a -3 goal difference, and obviously 0 points. Yeah, these countries, I don't think they're really looking for points. I think they're just hoping to score goals against these top nations. So I think they'll do that here. Next up is San Marino against Hungary. Obviously, watching England, you don't back San Marino to score. So I'm going to go for another thrashing for San Marino. I'm going to go for a 4-0 victory for Hungary. I don't think they'll be able to. They won't lose by 5 like they did England. They'll do one better, and they'll just lose 4-0 to Hungary. So moving on now to the last group, Group J. These 3 matches are going to be played on the 28th, so in 2 days' time. But there is another 3 matches in this group for Matchday 2. Armenia against Iceland. Iceland obviously lost to Germany as expected probably, and Armenia beat Liechtenstein 1-0. I'm just going to go for a 2-1 victory for Iceland here. Obviously, there's a massive difference between Germany and Armenia, so I think Iceland will be able to come and get the victory here. Once again, this game could be a draw, but I would like to say Iceland will win this one. Macedonia against Liechtenstein. They did well. They scored 2 goals against Romania. Macedonia, I've not even... Who are Macedonia? They've scored 2 against Romania, and I know Romania aren't the best, but obviously that's really what happens when 2 really bad nations play each other. You're going to expect goals, but I didn't expect Macedonia to actually do that well for that game. I thought Romania would win that one comfortably. They did end up winning it, but not comfortably. It was a scrape, just scrape through on that one. So Macedonia, I do think, will win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory. Obviously, as I said, 2 bad clubs. It's really hard to predict, really. But the way that Macedonia played against Romania, you definitely think that they will be able to win this one. Obviously, Liechtenstein, they're playing kind of their level against Macedonia, so you'll back it to be like a decent game, I hope. And I do think they'll score 1. And yeah, overall I've gone 2-1 Macedonia. Now to the final game of the last group, and the final game of game week 2, the final game of this video. Don't know how long I've been recording for, but it seems like 2 hours I've been recording this for. But Romania against Germany. It's not going to be an easy game for Romania. It wasn't an easy game for them against Macedonia, so Germany's easily going to win this one. I'm going to go for a 4-1 victory for Germany. I do think Romania will be able to score 1. You've got to have to back a team, really, to score 1 against even the top clubs, even if you're going to get absolutely thrashed. I'm surprised Iceland didn't score. I do score 1 against Germany, but I do think Romania will. And that is going to wrap up my game week 2 for the World Cup qualifiers for 2020-22, the European qualifiers. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you made it through the entire video. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.